Yo, 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 what's good with it? It's the homie Mac. Music, art, culture, knowledge. As you can see, reporting live from the Dogon. You know what it is. Peace and love to all, each one teach one. Yeah, real quick, this is a session of Mac Minutes. You know, RIP to all the souls lost. Pay attention, you can see the pattern there. Um, yeah, so the the consensus now, I think throughout this whole 2020 election cycle, what's been propagated is that you know, black women are progressive, forward thinking. They're the liberators, the saviors of society. Whereas their counterparts, black males, are very ass backwards and not upholding their civic duties. It's like Yvette Carnell said, this whole election cycle has played towards the ego of black women, and it's pretty much, pretty much went in on black men and been very critical, very with a lot of criticisms, a lot of negative remarks have been said towards black men. And my thing is like I'm thinking about like the whole notion has been propagated from the Democratic Party. I think it's been very divisive between black men and black women. Um, I think the thing that's really interesting is like we live in a white male hegemonic patriarchal society, and I think anyone who really understands the true essence of patriarchy is the men who are in power want to do any and everything possible to get rid of the other men that are on the periphery of said power. But yeah, that's a whole nother conversation. I'm not gonna go there. My argument is that black men do not have the again black culture, black society as we know it. It is a matriarchy, and black men in America per se specifically, we don't have the institutional power or yeah, pretty much, yeah. We don't have the institutional power or the biases that work in our favor um, to pretty much subjugate anyone. We don't have the institutional power. We don't have it. I mean, a lot of black men, unfortunately, a lot of us are very violent and aggressive towards one another. We haven't been able to foment any type of collective among one another to, yeah, to get us a stake in patriarchy, um, as we know it. Um, but I wouldn't be in favor of that anyway. I'm big on freedom. I'm big on equity. I don't want to oppress anyone. Yeah, but real quick, uh, this Mac Minutes is entitled "Black Men Hate Kamala Harris," and that's not true. Black men don't hate Kamala Harris. I think black men, uh, in comparison to any voter demographic, um, we took an L for the team. We took it on the chin for the collective. Uh, 87% of black men voted for uh, candidates who largely played a role into the prison industrial complex, who played a role in mass incarceration. So pretty much, everybody told us Trump was the bad guy, and I get it. There are a lot. I think Trump emboldened a lot of white supremacists, and he knew that. But he knew that was his demographic that was going to buy into him wholesale, and he played to that. But black men, we supported again a candidacy that disproportionately played into our downfall. You know, um, there is no black male voter apathy. We did our thing. We showed up. And my thing is, again, this whole election cycle was really about the upliftment of black women to the detriment of black men. You know, it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate, but that is the culture that the Democrats propagated. And my thing is, cool. It is what it is. But Biden and Harris, you guys have been very vocal about the role that black men and black women have played into your incumbency. And my thing is this: y'all got to produce. Y'all got to show and prove. Y'all gotta show that y'all care about black people. Because my thing is, what was I gonna say? Um, it isn't even really that Biden and Harris won. It's just that people just didn't fuck with Trump. People didn't rock with Trump. They didn't like Trump. So my thing is that these votes that went Democrat could easily, easily go Republican in the next election cycle. So I hope the Democrats don't think they just have this in the bag, because as they said, Biden got the most votes, more than any other presidential candidate or Democratic candidate. I don't know, a bunch of votes, and black men played into that because again, black men pretty much uh, went against something that disproportionately affects them and voted against their own self interest politically. I know that may sound crazy, but it's the truth. Um, it is what it is. Uh, but yeah, my thing is like there's been this whole narrative. I personally been attacked on social media, saying that I'm anti-black women, that I'm a misogynist. I hate black women. No, I don't hate black women. I grew up around a lot of very strong, progressive, intelligent, wise, God fearing black women. Um, my thing is, when I have when my cousins, when my cousins who were women were going to school and getting higher level degrees, my male cousins were being incarcerated, cut off, and their social mobility was on a downward swing. Again, the black community is a matriarchy, and I have no problem saying that. It is what it is. Um, and what am I getting at? Essentially, black men, we have no issue with seeing black women be successful and seeing black women being put on a pedestal. Why? Because we grew up around black women who were successful and doing amazing things, from single mothers to just women that pursued their careers and different goals. They were successful. And again, the black community is a matriarchy. We're not anti-black women at all. We're not anti. I mean, if a brother is anti-black women, that has to deal that's a whole pathology that needs to be tapped into. But I would say on average, no, the average black man is not anti-black women. And I think I want to talk about something that a black woman said, specifically Dr. Frances Cress Welsing. She said that it's not that they love black women, they just hate black men. And by that, when I say they, the power structure, and what did I say earlier? The power structure is white male hegemonic patriarchy. So if the thing is, if we want to get rid of any other male perspective, so if we can uplift their women and cause a rift, we'll do that, and that's what's happening. Listen to what I'm saying. Um, it is what it is. I think it's kind of like what W.B. Du Bois said. No other group of women could have endured such a hellish fire. If you look at a lot of other races of women, their upward swing is interconnected to the growth and the development, the processes that their men, the opportunities that their men have created. And they coalesce and they go together. They win as a collective. Black men really have not been winning. So black women have been doing this thing on their own. Um, my thing is, I don't want this to become. I feel like the Democrats have played into this gender war to their benefit. It is what it is. Um, I just think, there is no liberation, there is no victory. If black women are down, we're all down. If black men are down, we're all down. I don't need you to stroke my ego. As a black man, I don't need you to stroke my ego to the deficit of black women or to the destruction of black women. Not at all. Um, but yeah, uh, one of the things that I had mentioned because I got attacked. I hate black women. I'm anti black women. Blah blah blah. Really, I'm not. Never been. Never been. Um, I know a lot of powerful black women in my family, and not only in my family, but just outside the scope of my family, just in general in greater society. Um, I think black women are amazing. I just see this divide and conquer technique that the Democrats are using. And specifically, I want to go back to Kamala Harris. Um, it pisses me off that they were going with this narrative like Kamala Harris is Ruby Bridges. No, she's not. And I'm not even gonna go into the whole ADOS dynamic. I'm just talking just specifically. Well, yeah, yeah. Let's go there. Let's go there. Let's play into the whole ADOS dynamic. She was actually propagated as Indian American at first. She went from Indian American to African to black. Black, 'cause, black is the umbrella term. So she went from Indian American to black. And my thing is, you know, Kamala Harris is not from the lineage of a Ruby Bridges. Kamala Harris is of the Brahmin. She's a descendant of the Brahmin caste of India. I feel like a lot of East Indians are about to come up due to her incumbency. It is what it is. But one thing I like is a lot of black people are saying you got to show and prove. Y'all got to do something for black people. I'm hearing a lot of black feminists say that. A lot of black people in the LGBTQ community. There's different demographics of black people who what have you. They've been saying that like y'all got to show and prove. Y'all got to do something for us. Y'all can't say that we put y'all in office and then y'all don't do nothing. Y'all on the clock. Y'all got to show and prove. Yeah, and again, I know my thoughts are kind of. I'm going everywhere. I got a lot going through me right now. Just thinking about the current social milieu that we're in. Um, my thing with Kamala Harris is, people want to make it like, oh, black men hate Kamala Harris. No, she did things that negatively impacted black women. When she enforced the truancy policy, there were black women, there were single black mothers who had truant children who ended up having to pay fines so they couldn't pay. They couldn't pay them. So what happened? They ended up getting incarcerated. They got incarcerated. They lost their jobs and they were separated from their children. And my thing is like Kamala Harris was not a progressive like a Kim Fox. And to keep it all the way a buck, Kim Fox out of Chicago. And to keep it all the way a buck, I would have been cool with Joe Biden picking Stacey Abrams or even Keisha Lance Bottoms or Kim Fox if he had somehow could have gotten her, But yeah, this is just me talking. I'm for justice. I'm for justice. I'm for equity. I'm not anti-black women. I don't think black men are anti-black women. We're just saying don't shit on us and then praise our women when there are black men out here doing what they're supposed to do. Again, 87% of black men voted against their interests. We took a L. We took one for the team. For the forward movement of greater society. You can hate what I'm saying, but the data is there. We we voted against we voted against our own interests. One of the main things that disproportionately impact black men is mass incarceration. Mass incarceration. Okay. There are more black men incarcerated in this country than women of all races around the world. Capitalism has to have a functional hold up. Capitalism has to have a perpetual bottom caste and a criminal caste and a demonized caste. There has to be a group of people who are the lesser thans that have to be exploited. It has been black people, and to a great degree, it has been black men. So we voted against our own interests. All I'm saying is Biden, Harris, you got to show and prove. You got to do something. Got to do something. I'm rooting for you. I voted for Biden and Harris. Shit, I'm part of that 87%. I voted for y'all. Let's see what happens. I'm rooting for y'all. I hope you guys do right by black people. There need to be concessions made for black people. But yeah, this is your homie Mac. Music, art, culture, knowledge. Just signing out from the Dogon. Peace and love. Each one teach one. I'm signing out from the Dogon.